Is this in the recording? Yeah. That one's recording?
This one's recording, yep.
Oh. Looks like we're recording here. Alright. Okay, so let's, you ready to go? Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Hey guys, this is Alex Johnson here with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
So
We're going to be playing live tonight at Chrome in Johnson City. So guys, you want to do this interview?
Do you want me
Yeah,
to
come
do
on.
it?
Yeah, come
I'll
on.
sit with.
All
I
right,
won't
come
say much.
Alright.
That's part.
Alright, cool. Now it's a party.
I was just watching.
Alright, well that's cool.
This is so cool.
So guys, if you guys were a Star Wars character, who would you be?
Ooh, wow.
And why? Who would you be and why?
I would be. I'll wait on that one. Let's see what y'all.
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Okay.
Han Solo.
Okay.
Oh. You don't know any.
I guess Anakin.
Anakin.
I don't want to say Yoda because it's just like such a typical thing.
I was thinking you'd be Jasper. Oh, that's Twilight.
Close though.
I think you'd be Jacob.
Probably an Ewok. Are those the little guys?
His name Jasper.
Is that an Ewok?
Yeah, little furry guys.
Yeah.
What about you? Who would you be?
I have no clue.
You don't like Star Wars?
I guess I would be Princess Leia.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I've done the
good.
buns before.
I'd probably be Boba Fett.
He's a fan.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter. Is that your stuff?
Jabba the Hutt.
It's Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
So, I was on y'all's Reverb Nation. I was reading about y'all a little bit. About Twilight. So y'all really Twilight fans?
Yeah, why not?
Have you heard the book?
Have I heard the books?
Have you heard the book?
Has anybody heard the books?
I've heard of the book.
I guess maybe if you buy the audio book. So maybe, have I heard the audio book?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did. Oh, listen.
But I am a pretty big fan of the movies, though. You know.
Okay. So what's your question?
Well, if you were a Twilight character, who would you be? If you were a female Twilight character, who would you be? Of the one that's there.
The one that's there?
Yeah.
There's two.
You don't know her name, do you?
No. I've seen it once. Though.
Busted.
I've seen it once.
You kind of look like one of those guys.
Everyone says I look like Jacob.
Yeah, he
You
does.
do.
Jacob.
The
See,
hair,
He's
too.
definitely better looking than
The
me.
thing is, though, man, is I don't have to be a vampire to charm women. You know?
You don't?
No.
So what's your trick?
Magic.
This magic.
I was going to say roofies.
Rufus. Well, we are going to Chrome tonight. So
I've heard.
It's not.
Randy. Randy, I want to ask you a very serious question, Randy. Tell me about your shirt, man.
This shirt, actually, I got this randomly. In Jacksonville Beach, I was surfing and I ran into this dude that surfed and he said he owned a merch company. I said, really? That's cool. Check me out. And he shirts.
What?
Such a random question. You knew right away what to answer.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You know,
You got
are you
His name's
professional?
Grant from Jacksonville Beach.
Grant?
It's some merch company called
Thanks, Grant.
In Chaos.
What's he called?
His name's Grant, but the company's called In Chaos.
In Chaos. All right. I'll put a link. Where'd you go?
I'm with y'all too.
Princess Leia departs.
Princess Leia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Get a
coming.
round of applause.
Thanks for coming.
I can dance for you real quick. You want to see
Yeah,
the dog?
yeah. No, for real. Get back here. Dad.
Bust the move.
Yeah. So,
Is Alex Clark?
Yes,
what's the good question? I'll get it.
He's had them all frazzled.
No. Ain't no frazzle. So, tonight, you guys will be here. What's your all segment?
We are covering, we got 3 albums, 2 EPs over the span of 8 years, so a little bit of everything. Kind of a Rubik's Cube, jumpsuit discography, if you will.
Tell me,
Ponder.
man. You all been playing now for, when y'all's band start?
Well, technically, me and Randy have been playing together since we were like 8 years old, so we formed a bunch of different bands before this band, but this band's been going solid since about 2003. So about 10 years.
Do you ever get nervous or anything your kids playing one? What's your reason?
I get excited right before walking out every time I get that one out.
You get nervous, Sean?
Really?
Man, you're too cool.
Come on, man.
So what's your else tattoos? You got any tattoos we'll talk about?
Yeah, sure. I got my favorite verse, Mark 8:36. Means a lot to me. Never regret it. No. That's what I got.
What's on your arm?
I got a straight edge tattoo, XXX away from the edge, and I got a little finger
Oh,
mustache.
Hey, get a zoom in on that mustache.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
He does all his
Are you
deals,
trying to
his
evade
tagline
him
with the mustache.
What about you, John? You got a whole bunch.
Yeah, I got the sun, which represents Cocoa Beach. That's where I grew up, Cocoa Beach, Florida. And then I got the big well, which is a representation of the Christ. I got the light coming out. So that's all that good stuff.
So would you all call yourself a Christian band? Or
We definitely believe in God, and we're definitely influenced by spirituality, but also a lot of like modern day religion is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
So I think we're something else. I don't really know what you would call us, but we definitely are spiritually driven and faith driven, but we're not. We also don't have a problem just hanging out with people at a bar and having a good time and just like enjoying the moment. So like, we're something else. I don't think there's a word for it yet.
What was the feeling like whenever you first realized that you guys were going to make it? You know?
People ask me that question a lot, and I don't think there's ever a moment that you realize that you're going to make it.
Really?
I mean, we've always made music, and one day it was on the radio, which was pretty awesome. So I guess that day, like, it's one thing to hear your song on the radio in your hometown, but it's another thing to be completely across the world and hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
So I think the first time I heard it then was when I was like, all right, I think we're doing pretty good. Like, seems like this is gonna work out. But at that point in time, you're still in your daily schedule. You know, you're worried about the show that night. You're worried about what your next recording schedule is, or you're worrying about how many more days are left on the tour, or whether or not your guitar is in tune because it wasn't last night. And, you know, you're not really thinking about like, have I made it? You're just like anybody else going through your daily schedule. You know, it's cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cut me deep on.
Well, no, that's cool. That's cool though, man. It's the truth of that. It is. Let me see here. What's a good question? That's probably the best question I've ever asked.
I like that one.
So I guess let's keep on we'll talk about the faith thing.
Sure, why not?
Because like, what would you say is your most spiritually influenced song?
They're all over the place. The title track from our new record is based off Galatians 4:16, which we just filmed the video for that. And we actually,
what was that?
Am I the Enemy?
Yeah.
Which is also the title of our record. So, which basically has always been a cool verse to me because obviously there's a lot of different interpretations in the Bible and derivatives, but the basic statement is, am I the enemy? Am I your enemy now by telling you the truth? Which basically means like, anybody, even if you're not even talking about religion, like if you're kind of the person that's revealing something that's important that people should know, you're going to be persecuted, and people are going to judge you, and people are going to confront you because you are doing what's right. And I think you can just look at what's happening right now today in Libya and all over the world, like, you know, regardless of whether we're on the top of where we've ever been on the food chain on this planet Earth, as the country United States of America that we all dwell in and that we're all part citizens in, I still think that we hold the beacon of light and hope more than anybody with our belief in free will and democracy and capitalism. And being originally founded believing in God, which is why, you know, obviously all of the old school references in God we trust on the dollar bill, it goes, you know, in the actual Pledge of Allegiance as well, you know, so clearly our founding fathers made it very important to everybody else that God specifically, not anybody else but God, is important. So now a lot of people are referencing us as the enemy because we're telling the truth, which that's been foretold thousands of years ago with Galatians 4:16. So currently that's probably, to answer your question, spiritually the most important song or the most like specific song. But then again, like I said, we're not really like a lot of bands. We also have songs about drinking beer. What do you know? Some people believe in God and still drink beer. I know that's insane. So it just depends on the track, man. Like we're spiritual people, but we don't want to. We're not preachers. We're still musicians in a rock band. So it's just different. You know, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. I think it's important that everybody has their own relationship with Christ and God. At the same point in time, that doesn't stop me from sharing, or us from sharing how we feel. Right?
Cookhouse just as good.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
If that made any sense at
No,
all.
man. It's like, the good thing about the truth, though, man, is the truth only has to be told once.
That's true. But even though it only has to be told once, it can be continuously manipulated over and over again over time and changed. And that's what's happening now. So we'll see. Time will tell, right?
I guess we'll see.
I guess we will.
So, guys, we're kind of on a tight schedule here. I know you guys will be back and go to the show here pretty soon. So, I guess you guys have any closing words, any final things you want to make sure it gets across tonight?
Yeah. Coke, hookers, blow.
Starting out,
Right?
Starting out hot.
Yeah. Do it all.
Do all that.
Just kidding. I was just trying to think of the complete opposite of what I just said.
That's pretty
I
close.
think I came close. Not much. Thanks for the time, man. It's good to be back. Good to be back in Johnson City. Had a really good time last time we were here, which was forever ago.
When was last time you was here? You know?
We were actually talking about it earlier today. I think it was 2008. So it's definitely been a minute. It's been a minute, 4 or 5 years, and it gets a little hazy when we do support tours because a lot of times you only think about your headlining tours. I think we rolled through here. I know we were near here with Godsmack a while back, but we didn't actually. I don't think it was actually Johnson City. So we haven't done a low-key, small hometown Johnson City show in a long time. So it's going to be a good show. A lot of people came on. I just want to honestly say thanks. Like we're really excited with the turnout. Already there's a bunch of people at the venue. So it's cool to know that people still care about jumpsuits. So thank you. I'd like to say that.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. So I guess let's go get in the car and get out of here.
Skedaddle.
All right, I want to say special thanks to everybody for out recording for us, stepping us out. You know,
Thanks, guys.
we got some credit in the video and everything. So, all right. I guess we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
Word.